Hey guys, my name is Julianne. I'm one of your teen services librarians over at the main library on Goodwood. Today we are definitely plotting something because we're making map magnets. Supplies that accompany this video are available at the main library in a limited capacity. Before we get started, let's give credit where it is due. This activity was originally designed by the Instructables user Beth Cantek. There's a link to her instructions in the video description. Okay, so let's talk about what we're doing before we do it so we know what we're doing. The art and science of making maps is called cartography, and trust me, there is a lot of math and science involved in it. So imagine you've got a beach ball and you pop it and you're trying to get the whole thing to lay flat with all of the exterior facing up. When you stop and think about it, that is actually way harder to do than you initially would think it is. And that is exactly what mapping the planet is like. So attempts to take our 3D spherical planet and represent it as 2D are called projections. And the problem is that pretty much every projection causes some form of weirdness in how things are represented. And that weirdness is called distortions. The most common distortion you see is actually in the most common world map, the Mercator projection. And what it does is the further you move from the equator, the more things get stretched out. And that's how you get Greenland looking like it's the same size as Africa, even though Africa is literally 14 times larger than Greenland. So one way to avoid a lot of distortion is to use the Dymaxion or Fuller projection. And what it does is it represents the Earth as an icosahedron. And when you have the Earth in a polygon form instead of a sphere, it's much easier to flatten out. If you're interested in going a little bit further with this, there's a link in the video description to a video on manifolds. To make your map magnets, you're going to need 2 printouts of the Dymaxion projection, scissors, a glue stick, Mod Podge, a paintbrush, a pen, and an adhesive magnet sheet. One of your templates should have some holes sliced in on these thick black lines. So that's the one you want to cut out and make a 3D model out of. So you're just going to cut along the lines. Next, you're going to take the other sheet that doesn't have the holes cut out, and you're going to cut out each of the triangles individually. Once you've got everything together and everything's covered so it won't get damaged too much, play with this and have fun. And let's see what the world looks like from Antarctica's perspective. If you have any questions or comments about today's activity, holler at us. Our phone number is 231-3770, or you can leave a comment on this video. Better yet, tag us on Instagram and show us what you made. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this, and I cannot wait to see you next time.